Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Before we start today's video, I would like you to pause this video and then try to recall what we did in video 1. Please, we looked at the introductory parts of the Microsoft Word environments. We tried to look at the features of the Microsoft Word environment. So I would like you to pause the video and then try to look at what we did previously. Okay, in today's video, I would like us to look at the other components of the Microsoft Word window. Okay, now I wouldn't want to go back by looking at the features. We already know what the names of the features are. So I want us to take us one by one, feature by feature. So the first one we are going to look at is the title bar. The title bar, I told you that this has a default name, and as such, since we've not saved this file before, so we are going to save the file. So let's just assume we have something to do here. So let's just type Okon is a boy. So let's just say that is what I have and I want to save it. The name here will change from document 1, which simply means that this is the first document I have opened, okay, but it is not named or saved. So we are going to save that file. So I'll go to file tab, click on save as, and then it opens where I can type my file name. Okay, it has Okon is a boy simply because that is where my cursor is active. Okay, so I will change my file name. I always advise that file's name should be saved based on the contents of the document. Based on the contents of the document. So you have to relate your file name to the contents of the document. Reason being that by the time you are searching for that particular document or file elsewhere or anywhere, you'll be able to easily identify it. So I'm going to save my file as my work or my record. Okay, then save as type is a Word document. So I'll click on. Okay, next one is you have to look for the location where you need to save your document. Of course, if you look at closely, it is automatically showing document because it is a document location. Okay, so I may wish to save any other location, but it's preferable to save in a document location so that it will be more safer. So I will click on save. Now, if you check my title bar, it has changed from document 1 to my record, which bears the name of the current file that I'm working on and also carries the name of the application. Now, let's look at the control buttons like I said previously. We have the minimize, we have the maximize or restore, and then we also have the close. Okay, now I will click on minimize. It reduces my window to the taskbar. This is the taskbar. It reduces my window to the taskbar. So if I click back, it takes back my window to the normal window page. Okay, now that is for minimize. Now for maximize or restore, look at what happens. If I click on this button, it reduces my window to a medium size. Then that means I have minimized. Okay, so if I restore minimize, look at what will happen. it takes back my window to full page. It takes back my window to full page. And of course, this button, close, will simply remove this window from it will remove the window from the desktop completely. So let's click on it. Okay, it has removed the window from this particular desktop environment. So now let's look for that particular file that we created. So I'll click on File Explorer, look for the location. Remember, location that you saved the documents to. And then what was the file name? The file name was my record. My record, I can simply come here and type my record. I need to display. Okay, my record, I have it here. So I will right click or double click to open. I've opened it. All right, so this is my document. This is my document. All right, the next bar is we have the quick access toolbar where I told you previously. The quick access toolbar, remember? I said something about this as the quick access toolbar. So in this quick access toolbar, we have buttons, okay, like the window button here. All right, so we have the window button. Okay, the window button, what it does is that it opens a sub-menu. It opens to a sub-menu where we have a restore, move, size, minimize, maximize, and close. Another shortcut for close is alternate F4. Shortcut for close is alternate F4. Shortcut for close is alternate F4. So we have restore, of course, something we had there, we had here. So let's see what happens there. Okay, it's doing the same function. It's doing the same function. Okay, maximize, it takes it back. Okay, all right, so we have minimize. This one also, of course, it will reduce the window to the taskbar. It will reduce the window to the taskbar. So please take note of that. Okay, now we also have another thing here, the save icon. The save icon, this one will automatically save. It will save your work, whatever thing that you do. When you click on this button, it will save it instead of going through the file, and clicking on save. Okay, so it will save here. It will help you to save it. That is why it is called quick access toolbar. Then also we have the can't undo. The can't undo. If I had typed something, Okon is a boy and he is tall. Okon is a boy and he is tall. So you see these buttons now are active. So I can click on this button to undo what I have typed. Click on the button to undo what I have typed. Okay. Now, if I click on the redo, that means I want to bring back what I had typed, or I had deleted rather. So if I click on it, it brings back what was deleted. It brings back what was deleted. So take note of that. These are the different other quick access tools that are not active. If you click on any of them, it will simply automatically enter the quick access. It will be part of the quick access tool. All right, so take for instance, if I click on this, it will add up. Okay, it will add up as the icon in the quick access toolbar. If I click on this, it keep adding up. So in order to avoid so many icons displayed on the quick access toolbar, you simply allow the default to remain. All right, I want to believe you understand what I am doing so far. Okay, please just take notes of this. We have the title bar. I've just changed the name of the title bar. Change the name of the title bar to what you have now. It was initially So it's initially document 1. Then we've worked on the control buttons. We've seen how minimize, maximize, or restore and close button does, or what it does. We've also seen what the quick access toolbar does. Okay, now let's look at other features of this environment. What are the other features of this environment? Let's look at the menu bar. Now, this is the menu bar, which I told you in our last class. Alright, so I told you that the menu bar has a tab that opens to other related tools. Menu bar has tabs the tabs open to other related tools. Now, if you look at these other related tools, you discover that they are being grouped. They are being grouped into various sections, into various related tools, okay? So for instance, if you look at this one now, this one is under clipboard. So clipboard items, in other words, clipboard in the sense that whatever you delete, you copy, it will be stored in the clipboard before it is pasted. Okay, it will be stored in the clipboard. Clipboard is just like a location where deleted items can be stored. Okay, so it will be stored in the clipboard pending when you want to paste it. Remember, you can paste as many times as possible. So if you also look at this other section, this other group, that is the fonts group. The fonts group also have related tools. Fonts happens to be with its font. Another word is text. Okay, so any adjustment that you want to do with your fonts or with your text, you can come to this particular font group. Then we also have paragraph group. Okay, of course, you know your normal text paragraph. This is paragraph group. Any adjustment that you want to do with your paragraph group, you can simply come here. Then we have another group that is called the styles group. Okay, the styles group. Of course, you see different designs or different fonts beautification. Okay, then we have another one, the editing group, where we have the find, the replace. We are going to look at these things one after the other. That is why I said that we are taking this class from scratch. We want it to be beneficial to the beginners of this application. So if you are just joining this, know that you are at the right place. All right, so now let's look at it one after the other. Of course, we have the paste icon, we have the cuts icon, we have the copy icon, then we also have the format painter, the paste icon, the cuts, the copy, and the format. Please take note, where I am currently working on is this. This is where I am looking at now. Okay, so we have the paste, the cuts, the copy, the format painter. All right, we are going to explore these tools one after the other. Now, here we have pastes. For instance, if I highlight, let me highlight from Okun is a boy, or Okun is a boy and he is tall. Okay, if I highlight that, as you can see, these two icons weren't active before because I have highlighted a text. Now they are active, waiting for me to take action. Now let's look at the first icon here, cuts. What will cuts do? Cuts will remove the selected text from where it is. Cuts will remove the selected text from where it was. That is, for instance, if I click on this now, the shortcut is Ctrl X. If I click on it now, you see the text is copied to the clipboard. The text is copied to the clipboard. Okay. Now, as you can see, paste icon is still very active. Paste icon is still very active. So I can move to another location and then do what? And then click on this icon. Paste. The shortcut is Ctrl V. So I have pasted. You see, before it was here. Before the text was here. Now look at where I have moved it to. Okay, so that is with the action of copy and pasting. Action of copying and pasting. Okay. Now, still on that, if I highlight it, we have copy. Copy is just a way of duplicating a selected text. Duplicating. Remember, cut was to remove. It will remove and also store it in the clipboard pending pasting. Cuts, you will copy and then remove it at the same time to the clipboard pending when you paste it. But what copy does is that copy will only duplicate. Copy will only do what? Duplicate. So if I click on this, it has duplicated this text. So look at it. If I take it down here and then click on paste icon, it has pasted my copied selected text. All right, I want to believe you've learned something. If you have any question, you can put them there in the comment section. All right, now let's look at another icon there. Now if I highlight my text, I'll go to Format Painter, copy, and then use as the formatting tool is highlight it to automatically bring the formatting tool from the previous text to this other text. All right, I want to believe you've learned something there. At least you understand pastes, you understand cuts, you understand copy, you understand Format Painter. That is found under clipboard. Now we also have other related tools. If I click on this drop arrow, it will display other things. Okay, like the clipboard. Now whatever you copy will be shown here. So take for instance now, if I keep copying, okay, copy, you see I've copied. Now it displays here, and then if I paste, look at it, if I paste it will still, okay, it displays. So now if I copy again, let's copy, okay, let me copy, okay, and then paste. All right, so whatever I copy, pending it to be here, click an item to paste. So I can easily click here to paste an item to my typing area. I can easily click from the clipboard to paste an item in my typing area. Take note of that. Okay, now we are done with the clipboard group. We are done with the clipboard group. Now let's look at the fonts group. The fonts group. Now the first one here is called the fonts. The first one is called the fonts. The fonts. Okay. So this enables us to change the style of the fonts. Okay. Sometimes you see a coily font style. It is from here that we can use that. So we have different font styles here. All you need to do is just to select any one of your choice. Let me put it down. Let me shift it to the other side. Let me go. You have to highlight it. I've highlighted it, and then click on the drop down. You see different fonts that are here. You can make choice, make use of any one you wish to use. Okay, so we have different fonts here. Okay, let's use our. All right, the next one is the font size. The font size. While highlighted by default, it shows 11. So I can increase it to any number of my choice depending on what I want. All right, now we also have another one, the grow fonts. Grow fonts. I can simply click to grow the fonts. Of course, it's the same thing as increasing, the font size. So I can also reduce the font size by tapping on the shrink fonts. Okay, shrink fonts. Then still on that, we have another one, change case. You can change your case from sentence case to lowercase to uppercase to capitalize each word, and then toggle case. Okay, so we are going to see how all these things work. Already I think it's on sentence case, so it will not really show. But if I have a word like, say, let me take it back to small letter. I will be there. If I have a word like I will be there, then if I want to change case, I'll go to my change case and then tap on sentence case. You discover this capital letter here, the small letter here rather, the small letter that we have here will change to capital letter. So let's see. We'll change case. Of course, you see the I changes to capital letter. Let's see other cases. Lower, everything will change to small letters. Then we have upper, everything will change to capital letters. Then we have capitalize each word. Okay, capitalize each word. You see, each of the word has capital letter. Let me do it here. Each of these words will have capital letter. Capitalize each word, so you can see each of the first word. The beginning of the word has capital letter. The beginning of the word has capital letter. Let me maximize it, grow it so that you see what I'm talking about. So Okun, I is carrying capital letter, A capital letter, and then boy capital letter, beginning with capital letter, and beginning with capital letter, and so on and so forth. Please take note of that. Take note of that. All right, now if I want to remove all those formatting, I will do this one last. If I want to remove all those formattings I've done, I will click on this one. So we have bold. The reason why this icon is active is because I have used bold on this selected text. So we will not look at that. So you can click on italic and then underline. As you can see, the changes are being made there. If we have strike through, okay, strike through, and then we have a particular one that is always very good in mathematics. Let's say I have 45, and then I want to do 45 degree. Let me zoom it. I want to do 45 degree for mathematics people. Okay, so all I will do, I'll write 550, highlight the 0, and then go to superscripts. I'll click on it. It will give me 45 degree. Okay, so now I can as well bring it to subscripts. That one really makes sense. Let me take this one back to for subscripts. You really see the beauty in if you are doing let's say base, okay, base of a number, like for instance we have 1011 for 1. Let's say base 2. When you, if you want to make that a base, you highlight the 2 and then you go to subscripts. As you can see, the beauty comes out. The beauty comes out. All right, now the next icon here is text effects. We have different text effects. Of course, let me highlight everything that you need to do. You need to highlight it. We have different beauty of text. You can use it to apply to your text. Okay, so you can select any one to apply to your text. Okay, so you just select the one of your choice. All right. Then we also have what we call highlighter, text highlights color, text highlights color. Maybe if you were reading a book and you have a particular portion that you really want to stand out, you can highlight that particular portion and then click on the color of your choice. That will make that very text to stand out so that it can be easily notified. Then we also have another one that is called font color. Font color, remember, is quite different from highlight color. Okay, so I will highlight and then click on. Now let me zoom it so that you see the beauty of that color. Let me change the color to something that is very pronounced. Okay, now the last thing there under that fonts, we have fonts group. We have the drop down arrow. If I click on it, you discover that we have what we call dialog box. Okay, dialog box opens to other settings of the fonts. Okay, so we have the strike through, we have the double strike, we have the superscribe. Like for instance, for the double strike, is mostly applicable to Naira sign. Of course, computer system was not built with Naira currency, so we improvise. So what we do is when we type capital letter N, we open up the font dialog box and then select the double strike through checkbox, and we will have our Naira sign. So most people do have challenge in trying to bring in Naira sign to their work. So that is how to bring in Naira sign. I'll do it again. I will undo this. Okay, so what I did was I just typed like capital letter N, go to fonts, dialog box, and then double click or check the double strike through checkbox and then click on OK. You can try that on your own. All right, so at this juncture, we are going to pause and then we'll continue in our next video. I want to believe you've really learned something. If you really learned something from this video, I would just like you to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the video. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in our next video. Have a nice day.